Part 6, Benoît's story. Under a car late afternoon. Benoît lay flat under a dusty old Peugeot, hanging the engine oil, sleeves rolled up, wrench in hand. Sweat streaked his brow. He'd learned to listen to engines like they whispered their pain. Oil dripped, slow and thick. From outside the garage, the usual clang of metal and chatter of boys working filled the air. Suddenly, someone shouted, "Benoît, come, someone is asking for you." It was Isaac, one of the boys. Benoît slid out quickly, wiping his hands on a rag. He wasn't expecting anyone. His heart raced. Who could it? Outside the garage? Who is that? Standing shyly at the entrance, in a borrowed scarf and dusty shoes, was Nadège. His eyes widened. "Nadège?" She smiled nervously. "I came to see you." "That was a big surprise. Come in, please." Later that evening, Benoît led her to his new place, a tiny, single room he'd managed to rent after 3 months of saving. The garage had a rule. After 3 months, boys had to find their own place to sleep. The room was basic: a small mattress, a suitcase, a tin cup. But to Benoît, it was home. Nadège looked around and nodded. "You've done well," she said softly. "I wanted to surprise you. It's my first time in town." Benoît boiled water for tea as Nadège sat on the edge of the mattress. She looked distant for a moment, then said, "Grandmother is sick. I almost didn't come, but I needed to see you. I wanted you to know I still care." That night, the city didn't let her sleep. Car horns, shouting neighbors, the distant rumble of trucks. Nadège lay awake, curled under a borrowed kitenge. Benoît sat by the window, his back against the wall, writing again. "Dear grandmother," he whispered as he scribbled. "I saw Nadège today. She looked tired, but strong." In the early morning, they went to the market. Benoît helped her buy medicine and soap for her grandmother. Nadège was overwhelmed by the crowd, the noise, the prices. "Things are expensive. Town is different," she whispered. Benoît smiled. "But now you've seen it. You're braver than most." The next day, they walked to the taxi stage. Her bag was heavier, full of medicine and sugar for home. He gave her part of his weekly pay without her asking. "I'll come again," she said. "Don't promise," Benoît replied gently. "Whatever is easier for you, Nadège. You either write or Cum'll enjoy being next to you. Nadège." She paused, then hugged him tightly. The kind of hug that says everything without words. The taxi coughed and rumbled. She got in, waved, and disappeared into the dust. Benoît stood there silent. The wind tossed his shirt. Then, without turning back, he walked toward the garage, smiling. Oh my! Elle wasn't ready for the night, but it was the best night Elle had. Oh, Nadège. Monday tomorrow morning, Benoît goes. Back in the garage, sun high. Benoît was tightening bolts on a pickup truck when a deep voice cut through the air. "Who worked on my brakes?" Everyone turned. A man in a button-down shirt and dusty shoes stormed in, pointing toward the garage bay. Behind him, a silver Toyota Corolla sat, engine off, hazard lights blinking. Mr. Kalungi, the senior mechanic, stepped forward calmly. "What seems to be the problem, sir?" The man huffed. "The brakes are squeaking again. I paid for this job last week. I almost hit someone." "Do you want to kill me too?" Benoît froze. He had worked on that car. Mr. Kalungi turned. "Benoît, were you the last to touch that Toyota?" He wiped his hands, stepped out, and nodded. "Yes, sir. I replaced the pads and checked the lines." The customer eyed him unimpressed. "This boy? He looks like a student, not a mechanic." Mr. Kalungi didn't flinch. "He's good. Let him take a look first. If it's not right, you won't pay a shilling." Scene, over the open hood. Benoît slid under the front, removed the tire, and worked in silence. Grease covered his hands, but his eyes were sharp. In 15 minutes, he had it figured out. He stood up and explained, politely but confidently, "Sir, the brake pads are fine, but the caliper pins were dry. That's where the squeak came from. I've cleaned and lubricated them. Please test it again." The man drove out, turned, braked, smooth and silent. He rolled down his window and grunted. Not bad for a boy. Then after a pause, "What's your name?" "Benoît." "Benoît, you might be going somewhere?" The car disappeared down the road. Mr. Kalungi placed a firm hand on his shoulder. "You handled that like a man. Being blamed or accused of something done wrong is not because you don't know what to do. It's growth in business now. You know how to handle such situations. Good job, Benoît." Benoît didn't smile. He just went back to work. Because in a place like this, you earn respect with every bolt.